Hey guys, it's Shamsa and welcome back to another video. Now the recipe that I'm going to share with you all today is my Chana Bhatura recipe, which is a breakfast dish. Now this is eaten all across India and Pakistan. It is a heavy dish and it does keep you full for longer. So let me run through what you need and then we'll start cooking. So this is a two-step recipe. Now for the first step of making the chana, you're going to need 1/3 of a cup of oil. I've got 2 cans of chickpeas here which I've drained and washed, and they're pre-cooked so you don't need to do anything to them. I've got 2 medium onions which are finely blitzed in my machine. I've got a can of chopped in tomatoes which I've also blitzed in my machine, and I have the following spices. I have 2 teaspoons of salt, chili powder, turmeric powder, coriander powder and garam masala. I've got 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, dried fenugreek leaves and chili powder, and also mustard seeds here. Now you get 2 variations of mustard seeds. You get a bigger version and a smaller version, and I actually prefer the smaller version in my cooking. I've also got some whole spices. I've got 2 small sticks of cinnamon here, and I've got 1 black cardamom pod, and I have 1 piece of frozen ginger and garlic. Now for the second step, which is to make the bhature, I've got 2.5 cups of plain flour, 1 cup of yogurt, which I've just used my standard mug measurement to measure that out in. I've got 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of sugar, half a teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of bicarb. So let's start cooking. You also need some water in a jug as well, guys. Okay, before we actually start cooking, what we're going to do is we're going to prepare the dough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my flour and I'm just going to pop it through this this sieve, because we want to get that sieved really nicely. And to that I'm going to add the baking powder and the bicarb, and we're just going to sieve that just like that. And then to that we're now going to add the salt and the sugar and just give it a mix, and then straight in with the yogurt. And we're just going to mix it all now and just bring that dough together, first of all with the yogurt. And now it's time to go in with your hands. And just make sure you bring all of that dry flour, mix it really well before we actually start to add our water in. And then just add small amounts of water into this and just bring all of that dough together to form a really nice soft dough. And once the dough has come together really nicely, what you want to do is just knead it for about 2 to 3 minutes. So all of the ingredients that we've added are well combined. I'm just going to add a little bit of oil to this. As you can see, it's getting a little sticky, and the oil will just help it a little. So we're going to knead this now for about 5 minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit more oil on top and just smear that. And then I have here a wet tea towel which I'm just going to pop on top like that and just cover it and let that rest for at least half an hour. But my food's going to take a lot longer than that to cook, so it's probably going to take about an hour or so to cook the chene. So by the time the chene are ready, this will be ready to sort of like be fried. Okay, so first of all, start by getting the pan that you're using really nice and hot, and then go straight in with the oil and just let that heat up for a few seconds. And when that's really nice and hot, we're going to add our whole spices in and also our mustard seeds, and just allow them to pop a little. And now we're going to add the onions in, and we're going to fry these until they're really nice golden brown in colour, and that's going to take roughly around 8 to 10 minutes. So you can see that my onions are really nice and brown, and I am now going to add just a little bit of water into this just to stop them cooking any further, because that's the colour you're looking for. And to that I'm going to add my tomatoes. My ginger and garlic, my salt, the chili powder, the turmeric powder, the coriander powder, and we're just going to give that a mix. And we're going to cook everything down for about 4 to 5 minutes until the oil starts to separate and come to the surface, and then we'll be ready to add our chickpeas into that. So after 5 minutes of cooking this, you can see that the oil has started to separate and just come around the sides. Now at this stage I'm going to add my chickpeas in, and I'm going to cook these for about 8 to 10 minutes. I'm going to bun them. Even though they're cooked, you want them to be super soft when you actually come to eat them. So about 10 minutes of cooking is going to make them really soft. And I will be adding small amounts of water into this, so as you can see now, I'm going to add a little bit in. So little by little, just keep cooking this for approximately 8 to 10 minutes, and I'll see you guys back once it's done. Guys, I'm ever so sorry, I did it again. I thought I hit the record button and I didn't. All I did after cooking it, after 10 minutes, I added my chili flakes into that and my cumin seeds, and I just added 1 mug of boiled kettle water into that. Again, it's all down to your preferred consistency, how you like it. Once this cooks, it will be sort of like an in-between consistency, and that's how I prefer mine. If you however like it slightly runnier, or you want it a little bit more thicker, then just add water or cook it a little longer to get your preferred consistency, and just pop your lid on. That's what I did, and just cook it for a further 5 minutes with the lid on a medium heat setting. So after 5 minutes of this cooking away, we're just going to finish the dish off by adding our garam masala in, and our dried fenugreek leaves. We're going to crush them between the palms of our hands. And there you have the Chana Masala all ready, and I'm going to go on and move on to the next step, which is making the bhature. Right, okay, now to make the bhature, I'm going to be showing you how to form them and make them. Now, unfortunately, I can't show you the whole process in one go, because my kitchen situation is such that I don't have a front-facing camera or area where I can film. So I'll be showing you how you need to form the balls, the dough balls for the bhaturas, and what to do. And then obviously I will move on to frying them, so it'll be in 2 steps. Now we have the dough here which we prepared earlier, so just take that off the wet tea towel that we placed on top, and it's really nice and soft. And what you want to do is you want to oil your hands ever so slightly, because we're not using flour for this this type of roti. We're going to be using oil. Now if you look at the dough, look, that's how it is. It's really soft, it's really elasticy, and that's how bhatura dough is. And what we're going to do is we're going to just oil the surface we're working on, and we're going to get little balls of dough, and we're going to make them like this. We're going to basically grab a dough ball in our hand and we're just going to squeeze out, and we're going to form this ball like this. And it's important to have a really good sealed edge right on the back, because if you don't, that will stop the bhatura from puffing up. And we just put that to the side. I'm just going to get some more dough, and we're going to continue to make our bhature little dough balls just like that. So just get that and just squeeze out a decent amount, and that will just give you a sort of like uniformed shape dough ball. And just pop that to the side there and just continue to make sure the surface is oiled where you put them, otherwise they'll just stick. And then what you want to do is, when you've made your dough balls and your oil's ready, just get some more oil and just sort of like flatten it out like that. And with your rolling pin, just move that to the side. With your rolling pin, we're going to roll this out, and it is slightly tricky to roll these because we're using oil, not flour. So you could, I mean, typically it is done just with the hand like that, formed and then thrown in, but because we want something a little bit more uniform, we're going to attempt to do it with the rolling pin. I'm just going to oil my rolling pin as well, which I forgot to do before. And then just move that to the side because I'm going to start again now. So there, just do that. And just gently just do that. And we're doing it, push it one way first in one direction, then lift it up and turn it around, and then work with the other direction. And then obviously do the same again. You're going to have this problem, but it'll get there. I just tend to just, when it gets to that stage, I just do this and just kind of flatten them out, and then obviously just pick them up and then put them straight into the hot oil. I don't even bother rolling them out too much, to be honest, because it does get kind of fiddly. So that is how you make your bhatura. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my camera over and show you how to fry them. So the oil is really nice and hot, and you do want it at a high temperature. So just to check, just grab some dough and just pop it in, and if it starts to sizzle, which you can see it is doing, it's ready. And I'm just going to gently pick up my bhatura and just lower it in like that. And the idea is that you push it down at first, and then you quickly add oil right on top like that, and that'll help it puff up and crisp up like so. Just going to gently turn it over and then just allow that to cook, and make sure you just add oil on top as well. And they really do cook quickly, but you want them nice and crisp on both sides. So that's looking perfect. Just allow the other side to cook through now. That is perfect. I'm just going to turn it over and just lift it up. And what you want to do is you want to drain that onto a plate with some kitchen paper on it and continue making all of yours. Okay guys, my bhature are now all fried up. Now this recipe gave me approximately 12 bhaturas, and it all depends on the size of the dough balls you make. If you use the same method as mine, then obviously that's going to give you roughly 12. And if you use your own sort of like method where you just make out the balls as normal and they're slightly bigger in size, you're going to get approximately 8 to 10. So yeah, now let me plate this up and show you guys exactly how it is. Right guys, my chane and bhature are plated up, so I'm going to tuck into this now and tell you guys exactly how it is. This is one of my favourite dishes. I actually went off and made some halwa as well, because you can't just have Chana Bhatura on its own, you have to have it with halwa. So I went and did that, which I will do a video on very soon. Oh, I'll take a bit of both. I like to mix my chene with my halwa. I'm not sure about other people, but that's how I've always eaten them. It gives you a really nice sort of like sweet and savoury, you know, mouthful. So here goes. Oh my God. That first mouthful, the savoury saltiness from the chili, the sweetness from the halwa is absolutely a killer combo. Oh my God. I'm gonna get some more now. Wow, absolutely amazing. God, this is the best breakfast ever. You can't have it every single day, guys. It's that heavy, but when it is made, it's worth eating it and enjoying it. It's that good, honestly, guys. It's that good. Guys, there's an amazing recipe there. Do try it out and let me know how you find it. Now, if you've liked what you've seen today, give the video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to my channel, and that notification button for any updates. I will be back again with another one very soon. Till then, take care and happy eating.